Hey, this is Rama from Creations Landscape Designs and the Earthly Landscapes blog. So in this video, I wanted to share with you how using Instagram and YouTube and social media in general had a positive impact on my business. But before I do that, I make videos about drought tolerant plants, California native plants, sustainability, and anything and everything in between with a bit of art mixed in. So if you'd like to get more of that content in your feed, then hit the red subscribe button. Alright, let's do this. So, I am the only full-time employee of my business. I am also everybody in my business. What do I mean by this? Well, I am the owner, the CEO, the CFO, the vice president, the director of marketing, the accountant, the everything in my business. I'm solely responsible for every square inch of it, and also how my business is marketed privately, publicly, online, offline, digitally, etc., is entirely my responsibility. So, on the one hand, there is a level of, okay, this is me, I gotta do all this myself. I don't want to have to necessarily hire out. I mean, to a degree, I do a little bit, like I'm getting a new business website done. I'm not doing it myself. But at the same time, there's a level of, okay, I have to post regularly on social media. What content am I posting? How am I going to post? What YouTube videos am I going to make? This video, for example. So the way I started out was in the beginning of my business, I printed close to 10,000 postcards advertising myself as a designer. And mind you, this was when Instagram was not a thing and YouTube was just an infant. And I broke up the postcards into 100 stacks of 100. And I said, okay, I'm going to go door to door in my neighborhood, in the neighborhood of Irvine where my parents live, and in different varying neighborhoods of Orange County where I live. And I'm going to pass out postcards. And every day for a few hours, I'm just going to walk around with a stack of 100 postcards, and I'm just going to pass them out door to door. I'm not going to actually engage in conversation with people in case that might make people feel uncomfortable. I'm just going to put it by the door. Someone may need my services, and sure enough, somebody did. Within 2 weeks, I got my first client. But now, here's the problem. That's not the only way to market a business. I had to learn very quickly what else can I do, because I can't just be going door to door every single day. So that led to, okay, let's create a website. Let's figure out how to have some online presence. Eventually, when it got to the point where you could have a Facebook business page, hey, let's do that. And eventually there was Instagram, and eventually I caught on to the YouTube bug. So the way it works in using social media to promote my business, and why I think every designer, or frankly anyone that owns a legitimate business, should be getting on social media, is, for example, I make content on YouTube not just about my projects being installed, but about design, California native plants, sustainability, a little bit of art, and varying other aspects. But the nice part is I can direct prospective customers to these videos. Oh, so how do you run your business? Like, how does it work to work with you? Oh, you want to know that? Great, I have a video for that. That way, instead of me taking time to explain it to the prospective customer who may have called me inquiring, the prospective customer, at their own free time, can watch that video, understand how the process of my business works. Then, consequently, they can watch videos of the work I've done being installed to get an idea of what it's like. Oh, well, I wonder what kind of plants she typically likes to design with. Oh, there's a bunch of videos about California native plants. Well, that would tell you what kind of plants I tend to gravitate towards more. Or Instagram, for example. You can go to my Instagram profile and get pictures and whatnot and little snippet videos about my work and what I do and how I do things and a bit of my personal life here and there. This way, it helps the prospective customer be able to understand what they're getting. And I've got a perfect example for this. I got a phone call from a homeowner in San Juan Capistrano years ago, and he needed my business services. He had gone to a nursery called Plant Depot, grabbed my business card and a bunch of other people's. And so he schedules an appointment with me, and I meet with him, and I go through the process of trying to understand what he's looking for, etc. And before I actually met with him, actually what had happened was, I tell him, okay, if you give me your email address, I can send you information about my business. And he tells me, oh, that's not necessary. I've already thoroughly looked you up on social media. I know what to expect. He took his time to watch a bunch of my YouTube videos, to look at my Instagram profile and various other social media platforms. And because it's very transparent in how I run my business, how I do things, he knew exactly what he was going to get in working with me. So I meet with him, and he shows me a stack of business cards and postcards and whatnot that he had grabbed. And I wasn't the only person he had met with. I go back to the office after the meeting, my virtual home office. I prepared a design contract, sent it off to him, and a couple of hours later, I had an email response with his autograph. And he had decided to work with me. Now, I'm guessing that it might not have been just my price tag, but it was the fact that I was so transparent about my business on social media that he knew exactly what he was going to get. He knew exactly what the process was in working with me, what type of design he was going to get. He knew everything transparently, and meeting with me was just the formality of us meeting so we could get to know each other for an hour. I highly recommend, if you're in the design industry, get on social media. It will drastically improve your business. It will help you get clients. I don't have thousands and thousands and millions of YouTube subscribers. I wish I did, and you're more than welcome to subscribe down below. I don't. But YouTube has been instrumental with the limited few subscribers that I have in being able to grow and promote my business. If you are on social media, you are self-employed, get on social media. And here's the thing. What you can do is look at what other people have done. Google search landscape design Tampa, if that's where you live. And look at what other landscape designers in that area have done to promote themselves. You don't necessarily have to copy their content exactly, but you can borrow it and adjust it to suit what works for you. You could look at my YouTube videos and borrow from that. I met a designer one time that said he started videotaping his design projects and posting it to social media because he saw that I was doing it. And he thought, oh, that's interesting. Let me try that. He tried it, enjoyed the experience, and got some business out of it. And it made it worth his while.